Jeremy Anderson, PGA Director of Instruction at the Legacy Golf Club, is the recipient of the Southwest Section PGA Teacher of the Year Award for his outstanding performance as a golf teacher, innovator, and coach. After serving as a PGA head golf professional in the Chicagoland area for over 10 years, Jeremy relocated to the Southwest Section in 2017. At the Legacy, he oversees the total instructional operation, including 6 teaching professionals, all who share the same teaching goals. He takes great pride in knowing that all students who come through the academy are earning the same level of attention to help them develop a better skill set. In addition to his duties as Director of Instruction at the Legacy, Jeremy is the lead coach for the Golf Channel Academy. He specializes in full swing through utilization of different forms of technology. He is very active on social media, utilizing video, and gives his students access to their video via a cloud-based storage system. In just over a year of teaching here in Arizona, Jeremy has given well over 1,000 lessons at the Academy. I've had the opportunity to know Jeremy for a long time and through his time at the Illinois section in the Chicagoland area, and I can tell you his passion for teaching is clear and evident. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Southwest PGA Teacher of the Year, Mr. Jeremy Anderson.
So let me ask you a question. So you were a head golf professional for 10 years in Chicago, and then in 2017 you came to the desert. Tell me a little bit about the difference between being a full-time teacher now versus a full-time head golf professional in a very active private club facility.
Yeah, so the biggest difference, and it was a little bit of a rude awakening, but when you're at a private club, you have a bunch of raving fans, right? Yeah. And then you, like I did, I pivoted and came out here and I was teaching at a public facility. So you don't necessarily have all the raving fans. You have to actually go to the people. And it's really stressful and it was a lot of hard work. But everything came to fruition and I stayed the course and everything worked out in the end. But that was the biggest differentiation.
Nice. You enjoy the teaching side.
Yeah, I love it.
Good. Well, it shows. So you don't become a great teacher on your own. Obviously, there's some mentors that helped you develop your methods. Is there any particular mentors that you can kind of credit your lane that you took as a teacher?
Yeah, absolutely. The 2 people that I would say would be the biggest mentors in my golf teaching would be Rick Silva, buddy of mine from back in Illinois, and David Wedzik, a gentleman who teaches up in Erie, Pennsylvania. And the biggest thing with both of them was just reassuring me and just staying confident in what I'm doing and understanding that I always like to use the analogy that I would pivot and jump from the private sector and have a salary job and go to a teaching job once I got the boat close enough to the dock that I could jump. And both of their advice was kind of in unison, like, you're good enough, just jump and swim to the boat, you'll be all right. And I remember I went to the PGA show specifically for a 5 Simple Keys seminar that Dave was conducting at the Ginn Resort, and he pulled me aside after and he's like, listen, between you and one other person, you're the best coach I've ever put through this certification. He's like, you should definitely be teaching for a living and you're doing the wrong thing. So I kind of took that advice and waited to pivot and found the right time and made it happen.
Nice. You're an accomplished player. From what I understand, you like to play at a high level. You do play at a high level.
I used to play a lot more.
Yeah, how much of an impact does that have on your style of teaching and how you teach your students?
I guess the one thing you lose when you don't play as much is empathy for your students. Yeah. So obviously golf is really hard, and the biggest thing that I have to convey to my students is that I understand where they're coming from, and that it's not just, like I always tell my students, like, losers try and winners do, but there has to be some empathy in that. Like I have to have a firm belief that what I'm giving them is going to make them better, and let them know that I know the pain that they're going through if they're not performing the way that they want, but just stay the course and trust the process.
You're big on technology, from what I understand. You do a lot of cloud-based instruction and videos.
Yeah.
But if we talk about social media a little bit, I guess it's up to every teacher to kind of, put what they do out there to the public. How important and how effective has social, or what kind of impact has social media have on what you do and your students and getting them into your driving range?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of go back and forth between what I do between Facebook and Instagram and all of that. The biggest thing for me is just a good balance of of showing students progress, like actual swing-wise, and providing enough like tip-based information to get people through the door. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job of that. I mean, I was at the Legacy for, I think, 9.5 months. It took me to give 1,000 golf lessons.
Wow. That's incredible. You know, in such a short time since you've been here, you've made obviously a big impact. Congratulations on making that impact here in the Southwest section. You know, I just wish that more people could be at these events to take tips and understand and motivate us on what we can do to become better in all areas when you know that are represented in these awards. And you've done a great job. And thanks for elevating our brand.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, it's nice to have the support system that I have with my family, and the staff at the Legacy and the guys at the Golf Channel, between Lauren Anderson and Dave Allen and Jeff Penson and some of the guys, to be able to do some of the things that I'm able to do is makes me very lucky and a very fortunate person. So,
well, congratulations. Welcome to the desert. Now, you haven't been here very long, but like I said, you're making a great impact. So keep doing what you're doing, and congratulations.